it's okay to not be 100% this character, because you are still playing the game to have fun, and if you're not having fun with your character, then why play that character?
Yeah.
And that also comes down to as a new player, trying to create something that's easy and works with everyone else. Like, you don't want to play something that's like 100% evil. Like, if I see a random person, I'm just gonna clap that person, and like, you know, like, it's like, why would you do that? It's like, oh,
why are you with us?
Yeah, why? Because I can. Because I'm.
Why do we have a murder hobo in the party?
Yeah, and
and
that again applies to every format of, like, if you're not working. Usually role-playing games are very cooperative in like 100% of the time, and if you're not working with everyone, it just ends up being a bad time, and you're there to have fun and enjoy the game. So if you're not having fun with your character or making it a bad time for everyone else, either try to change that character to where maybe he's at least better with working the people in the group that you're playing with, or maybe play a different character.
Yeah, something like that could also be arranged with the game master with whatever system you're using for. And if you aren't liking your character, you could just say, I'm going to kind of change my character now. Or if you kind of wanted to go with the canon of the story that you're going, you can work with the GM and kind of say, I'm not having fun playing this character this way anymore. I kind of want to have this idea for the character. You know, kind of work together to work that into the story, and it could make an awesome character development.
Yeah.
And that comes with your character evolving, because again, having it on paper, like, oh, this guy's evil, but then you start playing, it's like, I'm not having as much fun as I thought I was.
You can learn to love.
Or yeah, like, you know, something happens and it's like everyone else is having a bad time because of my character, of me being my character, where I'm just evil and everyone else is kind of good, or vice versa, I'm the only good person, everyone else is kind of evil.
Yeah.
You know, and you're still role playing your character. That's what I meant before with trying to be a little bit of yourself, because if everything just doesn't work together, then it's still going to be kind of a bad time. So trying to create something to where everyone can have a good time and work together is usually better in general for creating a first character if you've never played before. And that's, again, playing something simple. Is like, if you have something simple, it's easy to change, or it's easy to keep the same if it's working out well.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, I guess the big points to take home is, I mean, if you're having trouble thinking of a character, you can never go wrong with picking yourself. You know,
Early
on, just make sure you have yourself and your character differentiated. Yeah.
At least a little bit. Yeah.
At least a little bit, and know that your character is basically another living person.
Yeah.
As well. And then if you're having trouble getting out of that comfort zone, choose voice. Also, one of the big points of before you really start this session or with this group of people, establish, I guess, a founding of how much invested everyone will be in, so that way you're not all have this voice and you're all dramatic and you're not going 100%, but everyone else is like
kind of whatever.
Yeah, you just embarrass yourself.
Turn it up to 11 and everyone else is sitting at a 3.
And that can be, again, just whether you're playing with your friends because you're more relaxed, and that's why it's definitely something, if it's your first time playing a role-playing game, is definitely try to play with people you know. Because, like, if you know someone for, like, I've known this person a long time, I definitely feel comfortable with, like, trying something different, messing around. Like, even if it's as jokingly, like, doing something, like, different, like, you have a really stupid voice. But that could be really funny, and it's definitely easier because you know these people, and it's just easier to get into a persona if you have different voice because you're emulating someone else.
Yeah, I think if you're starting out, you can, especially if you don't want to go with the voice, that's fine, especially for your first time. Also know that you can easily differentiate between yourself as a player and yourself as a character by just stating that. You know, me as a character, I'm going to do this. And then me as a player, I'm doing this. And then eventually, as the sessions go on, you can, if you're still not doing a voice with the people you're working with, by the way you talk and reacting, people can tell if you're in character.
Body language is a big part of it. And I think early on, with most role-playing platforms, it's just like when you're trying to do something and you're not role-playing, typically the thing is you look to your GM and you're like, oh, I want to do this, and then the GM just does that for you. But the more experience you get and the more sessions deep in you get, and like the more I guess other platforms you have experience in. Go from telling your GM like, oh, I want to do this, to just doing it.
Yeah.
Like, instead of being like, I want to talk to Branson and tell them that his kitchen's on fire. Instead of doing that, be like, bro, dude, look, your kitchen's on fire. We gotta go. Yeah. It's just something like that. Like you can't.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of talking in third person and actually acting it out.
Yeah.
And of course, role playing is a form of acting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something you gotta do.
I feel like, especially when we were kids, we role played all the time in recess
It was
and stuff like that.
easy. It
And
was
I feel like
easy
definitely
as
as we've
Stormtroopers.
gotten older, we kind of have like this, I guess, not cool guy mindset, but the way it's just like, it's like weird to role play sometimes. Like when you're first getting into it, you just kind of think it was like, I did it all this time when I was little, but like doing it now, it just
I think as
that
age
comes-
comes on,
Yeah,
it's just more
that comes with the
self-conscious.
self of like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, I don't care about anything, or like you don't realize what it is like because you're a kid.
Yeah.
But then as you get older, like you're more mature. So it's like if you see someone like in high school, like messing around pretending, that's really like,
Yeah, I think
Yikes.
the older you get, the more self-conscious and self-aware you become. Because like when you're a kid, you're more engrossed in your own imagination, in your own little world. To where the thing is like, and that's something I kind of miss in terms of like just having that ability to do that. It's like whatever's in here
being free.
actually just happens around me. While
Hey, keep the sadness inside, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, like now it's just like, yeah, what's in here kind of stays in here. And I think role playing is one way where you can actually,
Express that.
yeah, just make that come out again.
Yeah.
And we did touch on it earlier, where role playing is just a form of acting. So again, most of our points have been geared towards either like tabletop games or video games of the sort, or online games. But at the end of the day, it's acting, and this could apply to actual like actors. Like obviously, in the point of like, you know, playing an easier character first, real world perspective of that is like, if this is your first time going to be in a play, don't go for the lead role. Unless you're like just naturally gifted. But like if this is your first time and you're not confident, you don't know what to do, but you want to try it out,
Be one of the village people. Be like, here's your bread, sir. It's like,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
I appreciate that. You're welcome.
go for that secondary role.
Smart.
Go for that
Loyal.
background.
Be the side character.
And then work your way up, and then, you know, when you're experienced, be like, hey, I want to be Romeo. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I started as a farmer and now I'm the town hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just don't-
and that can
Start
apply to
from
a
the
lot.
bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta work your way
Uh,
up.
Yeah, that's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, that's essentially it. Just make sure that you're having trouble coming up with a character, can't go wrong with yourself. Always keep it interesting. Try and introduce maybe like a negative quality that isn't about yourself, or maybe a secret negative quality that no one knows about you. Make sure you differentiate yourself from the character. Make sure you establish how much invested everyone is in role playing, because no one wants to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I think that's all really like the main points that a new role player would need to really get into the medium.
Can't go wrong with emulating someone or something, a character you've seen in a movie or show or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
from your personal experience, like
Stick to archetypes
Yeah.
and basics for the first time.
Yeah,
If
because
you want to
then-
play Han Solo, play Han Solo.
Yeah.
the deeper the knowledge of whatever you're trying to do, the easier it is to do it. But just like one last thing is just, and any issue you have, and again, this could go either with groups of people playing a board game, or act like being a part of a cast who's actually acting. Have outside interactions from said game. Like you don't always have to interact with these people as your character. Like when the session's done, you guys can just talk as people,
Yeah.
and like find out
That's massive.
what went well, what went wrong, and how to fix things, and how to make the experience better for everyone. Like easier for the GM to manage, easier for the players to express themselves and just play, and just having like these little meetings every now and then, just to be like, hey guys, how'd you feel about this? Or like how did this acting session go?
Yeah, like a little postmortem.
Yeah.
And that comes with playing with friends, because like if your friends know you, but then you do something, you're playing something different, like they obviously can tell, like, well, Branson's really out here, he's doing something different, you know, kind of deal.
If Branson lives out there, is he really going out there?
He's out there,
Yeah.
man. He's out there. But yeah, that's about it, man. I
Yeah.
think just getting those in mind is really important to starting off and
Yeah.
continuing and enjoying. And I it's really something that you can enjoy. So just like if you have a bad first experience, I know first impressions are very important, but just try it again.
Yeah, don't keep that. Don't keep a bad first role playing kind of thing.
If-
Having fun.
Don't let that stigma bother you.
If you had a weird group or a bad GM or whatever the case, there's greener pastures somewhere else. Just ditch those guys and go for a new
There's
one.
a lot of other online videos, YouTube. I think that's really all. I don't know much about Vimeo.
YouTube, VidMe,
Twitch,
apps.
Yeah, Twitch. And then I know you can also play online. They have sources for that. So if in case it's harder to,
Can we plug like stuff like recommending to watch and stuff like that? Can we? Or is that?
I mean, I guess.
Is that no? Like even if new to experience, I mean, Critical Role is just a good thing to watch.
I mean, it is also
You-
super long, so
Yeah.
like look up snippets and see how they.
it took me 9 months to catch up.
Yeah. So
Full.
Yeah, look
Each
up
episode-
highlights.
full
episode's
9
like-
months.
Each episode's like 4 hours long. And
114
those people
in the
have known
first
each other for years.
They're
so-
professional voice actors, so
They,
don't.
they do this for a living.
so again, like
Don't compare yourself to them,
Yeah.
but take notes.
Yeah, don't expect to get that level of role playing from people, especially like just different people, because like even then like they're professionals, so them
They get paid
like
to do
it's
this.
like they are very very talented and they've been doing it for their professional living and income. So don't expect that, but that's something to look kind of in a direction.
Yeah, something for inspiration. Just like, I guess not a goal, because obviously I don't think it's a goal that unless again that's what you're gonna be to reach for. But it's like that's a thing that you can look up to. Like wow, like these people actually they go in, they're out here.
Yeah, it's kind of the idealized form of.
If you want to see the epitome
Yeah,
of
not-
role playing,
Could
that
be,
would be
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Not it's not the realistic form by any means,
Pretty sure
but it's something you could be like just amazed by.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some amazing moments.
Well, I think that's pretty good. I guess I'll see y'all later.
Catch you on the flip side. And the Microsoft.
Actually,